Just the other day, I had the great benefit of connecting with a friend I hadn't seen in probably about 3 years. Now, we connected on social media and actually scheduled a time to get on a video. Now, circumstances had kind of kept us apart. I'd been busy traveling the world with my family and just really haven't heard from him. And so it was great that he reached out to me, and I got really excited. And we jumped on a video, and right away I recognized that he had aged about 10 or 15 years. His hair was scraggly and gray, it was thinning out, his face was long. He'd gained at least 20 pounds since last time I talked to him, and he just looked frumpy and depressed. And so I reached out to him, I said, hey, look, I don't mean to say this, but what's going on? You used to be this vibrant, healthy athlete. We played sports together. You were always one of those guys that was, leading the pack. And he said, yeah. He's like, just over the years, last couple of years, and he and his wife, and I won't say her name, but, they've been struggling with some marital issues. And I was like, wow, I'm so sorry to hear that. It's really common. And, I hope things are better. And he said, yeah, they are better. I was like, great. I'm like, well, what'd you do? Did you go to marital counseling? Did you hire a coach? Like, what was your secret sauce? I love to learn how other people overcome marital relationship hurdles so I can apply them to my clients and just see if I can help out. And what he said to me wasn't really surprising. What he said to me was, Doug, really, I just lowered my expectations. I realized she's not going to change. I realized I'm not going to get what I want. I realized I'm not going to do anything different. So I just lowered the expectations. I said, wow, how's that working for you? And he just stared at me for a little bit, and you could see tears kind of forming in his eyes, and almost a distance or deadness is how I would describe it. And he said, well, it's working. And then I started talking. We talked a little bit more, and obviously I just don't try to coach friends, but I do try to lead them in a path, because obviously when people reach out, usually they want a little bit of help, and I just care about people, and I want them to have the best of their lives. I want them to be the authors of their own story and be on their journey. So I said, gee, how's business going? You had 2 thriving businesses just a couple years ago. How is that going? He said, well, I let go of one business. We started to lose a profit, and the other business, yeah, we're getting by. We're a little in debt. We're in the red, but I'm able to pay rent, and so I can't complain too much. And you could see that he had lowered his expectations and settled in all areas of his life as we kind of went down the list. I kind of started asking him about other areas. How are you getting outside? Are you running like you used to? He used to be an amazing trail runner and used to love the environment. And he was like, no, actually, I haven't been outside in probably a year or so doing any trail running or anything like that. Now, he'd been outside, but not really in the wilderness, not in nature. And you could see how this happened through his 5 to Thrive. And actually, when we call it the Core 8, he'd actually been through the whole thing with fun, growth, and wealth as well. So I ask you today, in your 5 to Thrive, write it down. Where are you settling? Where are you lowering your expectations to fit in with something you're settling with? And what is the cost of settling for you? So my friend, he had aged and he looks at least 10 to 15 years. And my guess, based on my experience, is his health internally had aged at least the same. He had settled and the marrow of his life had been sucked out of him. And it was obvious. Now, I hope he gets on the right path and he listens to these daily growth hacks. And I'm happy to help you if you're listening to this now. What I want for you, though, you, the listener, if you're sharing this time with me, is I want you to learn and heed the warning that my friend went down. Do not settle and do not lower your expectations. The cost of settling is too great. Keep your expectations and your standards high. You deserve it. This is the author of your own story, and your story should be one that's epic, one that you want to read, an epic page turner. And that starts with keeping your standards high. So grab your journal, write out your 5 to Thrive. What are your standards in each 5 categories? Your mind, your body, your soul, your relationships, and your business. And then where are you settling, if anywhere? And then I encourage you, pick one of those right here in this moment. Take a stand and raise the bar. That's it for me today. Please share this with at least 3 other people so you can build your tribe. Have conversations that matter. And remember, do the work, right? If you're not doing the work, it's not helping. I'll see you tomorrow. As always, go out, inspire somebody else by simply being the author of your own story.
Attention all business owners. Do you know how your website stacks up online against your competition? Do you know the current health of your website? Your business is a huge part of your life, and we want to help you succeed as much as possible. Get a free online marketing health report by going to authorofyourownstory.com/business-gift. And don't forget to be the author of your own story.